This is Rest of Noise number 13.
Like my son said, this is Rest of Noise number 13.
I guess that would be the other way around.
What? So what's new? What's popping?
That Fu Manchu was popping, motherfucker.
Oh, yeah. What was it? Not hating on COC. I know you like COC.
Yeah.
We'll go back to COC, but the new Fu Manchu, yeah, dude, it's really good.
It's really good.
Those guitars, we were talking about a little bit, like Queens of the Stone Age, Rated R, and what's the third one called? It's the best one. Songs for the Deaf.
Songs for the Deaf is...
The guitar work on those, so chunky and shit.
Songs for the Deaf is...
Yeah.
But yeah, this is definitely in that vein. This is their answer. I think Caius is finally like, you know what? Hame's weak now. We can fuck his shit up.
Queens of the Stone Age just can't hang anymore, dude. I don't know what the fuck happened. I always have respect for them though, because they're Rated R.
That Rated R, that fucking
and Songs for the Deaf.
That Songs for the Deaf. You gave that to me for Christmas, and that thing blew my mind.
Oh fuck, dude. Yeah. Still to this day, it's just like adrenaline when I was that record.
Yeah, every song is like better than the next. It's amazing. But they couldn't keep it up forever.
But yeah, this new Fu Manchu. What's it called again? Clone of the Universe.
You can definitely tell. Well, you talk about the guitar sound. I think that's where Alex Lifeson came in from Rush, where he was just like,
oh, okay,
the guitar wizard as far as like getting sounds and shit. And they're probably like, so how do we do this? And he's like, you do that. So how do we do that? And so they got everything they've been wanting as far as production from him. Because Rush, I think, is hanging up there. I think they're hanging up. Like they aren't performing anymore.
Yeah, I heard something like that too.
Yeah, so now he's got time to go teach the young bucks how to do it. Because he was the guy who learned how to do double bass, and then he taught the guy in Blue Oyster Cult, and then the guy in Blue Oyster Cult did drum clinics, and now we got Slayer, and it's weird how that works.
That's amazing.
Sometimes it just takes time to teach the techniques to the people who want to learn them.
Another thing about this record, though, it made me think of Clutch a bit.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of weird talk going on.
Clutch
right?
and Fu Manchu are yin and yang to me. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, no, there's a lot of weird stuff in there. A lot of...
like shit's gonna go wrong type shit, and just like...
doomy kind of...
Yeah.
It's good.
Dude, Fu Manchu's the shit, dude.
Yeah, they definitely regained the crown. I mean, Gigantoid was the shit, don't get me wrong.
Right.
But, I mean, after a while, it was sort of like, okay, they're putting out solid shit every 4 years. That's cool. Not expecting much out of this new one, except another solid record. And then they fucking drop an epic on you.
Fucking sick-ass record.
Yeah. I was hoping... They were based on all the stories we'd heard and everything, it was kind of,
Yeah, the weird artwork and like you're saying, they're working with Rush now. And that kind of explains the artwork, I guess.
Right. That more proggy looking, technical looking,
Mm-hmm.
Domo Arigato, Mr. Roboto looking. What else? Oh, yeah, we started off at Fu Manchu, but I see what you got on at the top of your list.
Well, the COC, you keep talking about the COC.
Yeah.
I'm not a COC guy, so I'm going to let you have the floor.
COC is a very interesting band. COC, it's song by song for me. Like, there's no album where I'm like, wow, that's a good album.
Right. Straight
to finish, and I'm not skipping over any of them bitches.
Right.
Not so. But the songs they do have that are fucking good are amazing. I mean, you can hear how they've had they've had a big influence on bands like Sleep, High on Fire, all that stuff. If you get to the right song, because some of it just sounds like, I mean, Trouble's a good band. Don't get me wrong, but some of it sounds like rehashed Trouble to me. You know what I mean? Or maybe even Weaker Obsessed.
Yeah.
And like I said, too, I'm all in on COC now. It took me a long time. Finally, I found a thing where they were denouncing all the politics of the area they come from. I don't want to get into all that because I know some people get a little pissed off about that. But let's just say they aren't as Southern as they fucking claim to be, which is awesome.
Right.
And so, that to me, it's all about where the heart lies. That's why I love The Obsessed so much, because... yes, they do sound like a Black Sabbath. I don't want to say cover band, but they definitely sound in that vein, and they're doing some original things. But it's easy to discount them. But once you find out where they're coming from, and they're in the punk rock scene, and fucking Ian MacKaye and Henry Rollins are on their jock, and then you're like, oh, okay, I get it. Okay,
yeah,
these guys are the true fucking real deal that everybody else is out there copying.
I always love what you said about what you said. Dave Grohl said.
Yeah.
That them being a bunch of fuck ups.
Right? Yeah. Oh, Ian MacKaye. Ian
MacKaye said that.
Yeah, he's like, I'd really love to sign the Obsessed, but everybody knew they were fuck ups. So.
Drug problems.
Yeah, just didn't care. Didn't give a fuck. They'd get drunk and fuck up a studio, which is why.
That's the secret spice with them, though.
Yeah.
Get some wild, interesting shit from the Obsessed.
Yeah, it's funny how many bands don't end up breaking up because of the studio process, like Queens of the Stone Age. And now you got Mondo Generator, which is.
Yeah.
I almost want to see Mondo Generator more than Queens of the Stone Age right now.
Yeah, I mean.
He plays all the songs on those albums that he wrote.
Yeah, I've heard him. He covers them and puts them on his Mondo Generator albums.
Yeah. I think I got a raw deal.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened there.
Guitarist. I can't think of his name right now.
The guy from the Dwarves, which they have a new album out. I need to check that thing out. We'll maybe talk about it next week because I think the Dwarves fit in.
Yeah,
punk rock with they're the punk. They're almost like the Turbo Negro of the United States.
Shit. But yeah, COC. I mean, I get it. I get it. I do. But it's just like it's gonna be a bit of a challenge, and it's just like I'm not up to it right now.
Right? No, I feel you,
I mean?
and you're especially at that show with all the Black Label guys, and it's just
they're trying the Black Label Society,
and you just start really feeling like, am I really in this?
Why can't it just be COC and I Hate God? And...
Right. Hopefully, what I hope happens is I think. Well, I know what's going on. COC and I Hate God are on that label to get that audience to jump over to Zakk Wylde, because Zakk Wylde knows there's a certain underground audience that he's never going to get unless he tours with those guys.
Yeah.
And vice versa. I think there's a lot of Zakk Label or Black Label Society fans who, once they see I Hate God and once they see COC, they're going to like jump over to that too. So it's like a cross-pollination thing totally. To her. I was like, that makes sense.
It's pretty smart, actually.
Yeah. No, like I said, with COC, it's song by song. My favorite songs by them are probably Pearls Before Swine, Clean My Wounds, Vote with a Bullet, and I really like that Drowning in a Daydream. I don't know if anybody remembers the mid-'90s, but they played that song a lot on rock radio back in the day. They were looking to go where I don't know. I guess Black Label Society is now. They were on the ups for a while there, and then they sort of, I don't know. Maybe they decided it wasn't for them or what. But
Yeah. I don't know.
So you got Starkweather written over there.
Hell yeah, dude. Starkweather. They dropped a track called Divided by Zero off a split that's coming out on Translation Lost, I believe. So
and who was the other band on the split?
I can't remember who's on. I've never heard of them.
Right.
I haven't done my homework and wouldn't listen to them either.
I know we were listening to that Starkweather while we were putting together the list of stuff we want to talk about, and that was amazing.
Yeah,
sounds almost like everybody's going proggy right now, but the right ones go. Let's see, they go King Crimson proggy, and that's kind of what I was hearing.
No, totally
more of a meaner,
aggressive,
artsier, aggressive, less Emerson Wakeman or. Emerson Wakeman and Howe, I think, is one of them. There's also an Yes is another. Yeah, less of that and more.
Yeah, less of that Mastodon bullshit that's going on right now.
But I love you, I loved you, Mastodon.
Yeah, I loved you too, Mastodon. What the fuck happened?
Yeah, I remember you guys met at a High on Fire show.
Right.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
And think of how far you've come, anyways.
But that Starkweather is the shit. It's super. thick, doomy, and then when those
weird vocals
kick in,
hit.
dude, oh my god.
Yeah, and it's interesting because I was introduced to them as a hardcore band, and to see that they've made it into the I wouldn't call it metal category, but into the art category.
Oh, for sure.
The artistic.
Oh yeah.
Not a lot of bands can do that.
What's hard for them not to fall in that category with that style of vocal? I mean,
right.
that alone is just like
propels them into that area.
Totally. Like this doesn't really make sense, but it does. You know,
right.
Type thing with them.
Yeah, they're good. I like the artwork too for that album.
Yeah, that's sick.
It matches. It's very Metropolis is what it reminds me of, you know, but maybe like if Metropolis was done in like 1940s New York almost. It's weird.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So okay, this dude named Axel DK23, who responded to our video last week, said, take a closer look at that Portal LP, and there are words all the fuck over it.
Really?
Yeah. I'm like, what? He's all, yeah, those equations that you're seeing, those are words. So I busted it out here. I'll show you right now.
That's badass. Again, that's like what they... Really?
Right there. Crone. You see it?
That. Revolution or Rev of. Wow.
Yeah, dude. It's fucking sick.
That's amazing.
For all you YouTubers.
So you know what we're looking at.
You can kind of see it.
Yeah, because Crone is the one of the Norse gods, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was super stoked. I'm like, ooh, another puzzle is solved.
Yeah. That's cool. They put a puzzle in there to begin with.
So thank Axel K23 for pointing that out to us, because I had no fucking clue.
Hell yeah. Thank you for listening too, Axel. That's
Yeah.
awesome that you're paying attention like that. You're opening the world up to a big secret.
And another dude that's been hitting us up is Rotten Sludge, and he has his own band called Tarlung.
Yeah.
We just listened to a couple tracks off of Beyond the Black Pyramid, and dude,
awesome name for an album.
awesome name for a band too.
Awesome name for a band. Very impressed with the vocals on that. Very impressed with everything.
Yeah,
very impressed with the vocals.
The vocals keep it super interesting.
Right.
So a lot of times on those records you get bored, and I wasn't getting bored at all.
Right. or even worse, they try to really sing, and you're like, fuck. Okay.
Yeah. But they're like a sludge doom type.
Sludge doomy. Sludge doom stoner.
Yeah, that style.
Right. Definitely fall right in.
Sick shit.
Yeah.
Really,
I'd love to see him with a band like Church or something like that.
Hell yeah. Fuck yeah. And then shit. We're gonna go see Sheer Terror. We've been wanting to see Sheer Terror for
forever.
Over 20 years now. They never fucking come through.
Yeah, Sheer Terror was a weird band for us because we would talk about them till we were blue in the face to like all of our friends in the hardcore scene, and they'd just look at us like with blank stares, like, okay, I know, aren't they? First you'd get, aren't they a metal band? And then you'd be like, and then it was just blankness. Like, I've never really paid attention
which is so
to them.
fucking weird. They're hard as fuck.
They're hard as fuck. What initially made us pay attention to them was Tommy Victor produced their first major album. I forget the name of it. It has a Suicide King on the front of it, I believe, or something like. I can't remember the name of it. But yeah, then we were like, holy shit, let's listen to this, and then we kind of lost touch with it, and then we got back into hardcore, and we were like, fuck, these guys are a hardcore band posing as a metal band, and we never knew it.
Yeah.
And then we looked, and then we got something old, something new, something borrowed, something blue, and then that cracked the whole fucking nut open.
I remember what made me fall in love even more than their own songs is they covered a Johnny Cash song.
Mm-hmm.
That's what made me want to go back and
I
listen
remember
over
that
and over
specifically.
again.
They cover Boys Don't Cry by The Cure.
Yes.
They don't give a fuck.
But I give full credit to Sheer Terror for getting me into Johnny Cash. And you know how much I love Johnny
Cash, yeah.
It's fucking
I remember.
ridiculous.
That's funny that it all did pop off at that moment. That's weird.
We have a guest, I think.
Yeah, what's up, guys? Okay, somebody's just knocking. Anyways,
Slender Man.
Yeah. Slender Man in the troll are outside our door. But yeah, so and then we have what were we just talking about? Oh, Sheer Terror. And now it's kind of frustrating, I'm not gonna lie. I don't want to. It's like all of a sudden Sheer Terror is like the hottest band from back in the day that's playing everywhere that everybody wants to fucking see, and we're like, where the fuck were you guys when we were,
See, we were lucky because we were into them early on. Come on in, close the door, and be quiet. We got guests,
Yes.
children.
1 second, let me see what's going on. What's up? Oh, cool. Let's let Lorelei show us what she built really quick. And then you made me a flashing flower. Awesome.
Very cool. What do you call it?
This one's not. These are working. This is a light up thing. It's cute. There, it lights up.
Cool.
Very cool. All right. All right, go. You can either sit quietly in the corner or you got to go out of the room. All right. Okay.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I know he wanted to see you before you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Jason's
That's my brother.
Yeah.
Justin. This is his
This
house.
is his house. We're just kind of borrowing it.
But yeah, we got into Sheer Terror when no one else was super into them, and we used to go to Amoeba and find that shit for
$1.
yeah, like singles with extra tracks on them for like $1. Yeah,
And everywhere you can find that Tommy Victor album. I can't think of the goddamn name of it. You can find that everywhere for $3.
yeah,
all day
no
and
one
night.
wanted it.
Nobody wanted it, and now it's like reissued everywhere.
It's fucking crazy. But anyways, if you still haven't heard of Sheer Terror,
Check them the fuck out.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Talk about what.
If you're pissed and you hate life and you and yeah.
But he's also like singing the blues.
Singing the blues, and what I mean by pissed and hate life, I mean if you need a uplifting, if you need to know that somebody's down in the trenches with you, Paul Bearer's right there.
Fuck yeah. Paul Bearer's the man. He's a fucking poet. I don't give a
Yeah,
fuck,
he's
dude.
fucking, he's insane. That guy is like,
His shit now.
he does not look like a Renaissance man, but the
No.
dude is.
He's working class, blue collar,
Right.
overweight, poxy faced. I love the guy.
Yeah, and he and everything he puts out is awesome.
He puts shit out. He put out an album 2 years ago, and he's singing songs about like he's still the same man, and his woman outgrew him, and just like.
Yeah,
But the way he pieces it together, you're just like makes my hair
weren't they
stand
on the
up.
Warped
Dude.
Tour.
I have no idea.
Joe Coffey wasn't one time.
Oh, probably Joe Coffey. His side.
Yeah,
solo
Joe Coffey
project.
has a side project called Joe Coffey. That's good too.
But yeah, they're coming, and a band called Easy Money from Arizona is opening, and they're a hardcore band as well.
Very interesting.
Yes.
Very, very.
They do some weird, quirky backing vocals, kind of Starkweather.
He can sing. Yeah, you can tell that it's not just a guy yelling. He can sing, and
Yeah.
you know,
It kind of reminded me of VOD at times too, but
very VOD. Yeah, early VOD, but meaner,
yes,
way meaner. Yeah,
it's definitely some kind of a hate core type vibe going.
yeah. Sheer Terror too. I mean, if you like Blood for Blood, do yourself a favor, and you haven't heard Sheer Terror yet.
Sheer Terror is Blood for Blood's older, meaner brother.
Meaner brother. That's who taught him how to smoke weed.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
Maybe I know Paul Bearer's not a big weed head, but it's the one who taught him how to fucking
fuck yeah.
the ways of the world.
So we were at a club, and we had to bust out.
Spotify.
No, Shazam.
Oh, was that
Yeah.
Shazam?
We're like, who the fuck is this?
And I was thinking, I was like, I've heard this pattern, and I've heard it, and I heard it, and I heard it very recently, and that's all I knew about it. And then you looked it up, and I was like, holy shit, I forgot I'd looked that up.
So we Shazammed it, and what did Shazam say it was?
Sepultura-Arise.
Yes, which is an album we've heard many, many times, but not for like 20 years since we listened to
And
that
you had
record?
no idea it was that hard now. Because back in the day, me as a kid, when I go back and listen to Arise, I was like, this sounds like a bunch of mush and growling.
No, totally.
You know what I mean?
We weren't ready for
You're
Arise.
not ready for it.
But I remember your brother Matt used to have Arise and always put it on.
Yeah.
But even then, same thing. I'm just like,
I don't get it.
I want
Yeah.
KSAD, man.
Yeah, give me some groove and give me
Yeah,
some fucking some nice choruses to yell into people's faces that I hate.
Right. But Arise is the shit, dude.
Arise is amazing, and the artwork on that thing is fucking ghastly.
That blob with the eyeball and shit.
Yeah, I could see why people would take notice of Sepultura and why they were like, what's going to come out next from these guys, and why Chaos AD hit like it did when it came out.
Yeah. Well, I did research, and Arise went platinum.
Really?
Yeah. They were like huge in underground before Chaos AD came out, and we hadn't even heard of them until Chaos AD came out. Headbanger's Ball, right?
Yeah, and the only thing I know about Chaos AD is they had heard after they did Arise, they had heard Morbid Angels sound from Florida. I can't remember the name of the studio now. I'm sure a bunch of people out there are like saying it as I can't remember it.
Yeah.
But anyways, they heard that sound and they were like, "That's what I want to sound like," and that's why Arise or Chaos AD sounds like it does. Is because they went to Morbid Angels production studio.
Yeah, the studio they use.
Yeah.
I just watched a fucking documentary.
Yeah,
on
it's
that
all
place.
about it's all about Cannibal Corpse and all those bands that you like, and they came out of there. And yeah.
But yeah, you sent me a album by a band called Christ Ape, which is like sludge grind.
Well, to me, it was weird because the second I saw the cover of the album, I was like, I bet these motherfuckers sound like Cattle Decapitation. I don't know why, but it's just the monkey, the veganism aspect of it. I was like, I bet I'm gonna like this, and then I put it on, and it just never relented. And sometimes it's weird because it's like, I don't want to give a misnomer like they sound just like fucking Cattle Decapitation, because they don't. They're like a crusty punk rock version of Cattle Decapitation almost.
Yeah.
You know, but they do get as technical as fucking
right. But it sounds way more earthy than
they're not as it's technical without being as technical. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, I love that about Cattle Decapitation, but this is the yin to that yang, and it's very there were times where I was sitting there and I was like, okay, what album am I listening to again? Because I mean, I felt like there were some weird little lulls in there where you're like, this is almost like hot water music or something like that, like some like indie shit, and then all of a sudden they fucking slap you in the face with their crusty technicality, and you're like, okay,
fuck
yeah, you know, it's cool,
I
it's
like
good.
it. Christ Ape. I finally am getting into that Gatecreeper record that came out last year. Sonor, I can't even pronounce it. Sonoran Deprivation.
I don't know.
But I mean, everyone's talking about Gatecreeper right now, and I'm just like, I haven't given them any time at all. So
yeah, they're an interesting band.
They are an interesting band.
I know. If I remember correctly, the singer or somebody in that band is an illustrator too.
Oh, nice.
And he's illustrated stuff for From Hell or Full of Hell.
Oh,
yeah, because that pin I have, and I think he even designed the logo you did. The Full of Hell logo.
Oh, badass. Okay.
Yeah. That Full of Hell logo. Yeah.
Yeah, I love the Full of Hell logo.
It matches the sound.
The insect. They call it the insect logo because it's like,
yeah, it looks like
tentacles coming
out. I've seen
everywhere.
those fuckers in Auburn, those little fucking caterpillars that run across your...
I saw
out
one
there in Auburn. Those things creep me out, bro.
I found one in my house. And
you can chop it in half and it'll still run around like it's like not even dead.
Oh, shit, that's scary.
Yeah, it's frightening.
But something about that record, dude, is super like... I don't know.
It's
like,
different. It's different.
I want to listen to it, and it's not too like overwhelming, and there's a lot going on.
There's a lot going on. Is the
something
key.
Interesting about their sound, dude. I can't really pinpoint it, but it's a really good record.
They're like the Yang to Gatecreeper or to Full of Hell's Yang. You know what I mean? Where it's just like, I don't know what I'm listening to. It's fucking mean and pissed and metal, but it's not like death metal. It's not doom. It's not sludge. It's not stoner. It's like just they're doing what maybe Converge-ish. I don't know. Not.
Yeah.
Way more death metal than Converge.
No, totally. They're totally a death metal
it's
vibe
weird.
going on. Yeah. Good shit, dude.
Yeah, full of hell.
And I looked it up on Relapse, and they're on their
Gatecreeper.
5th pressing of that record. That's how well that record's selling.
Fuck. Those kids, yeah.
Those kids.
You kids out there are onto something that we don't.
and your new death metal.
we're over here getting excited about the new Incantation album, and you guys are like, look at this Gatecreeper.
Gatecreeper's the shit. But yeah, we got to get those Power Trip tickets. Power Trip is coming through with a bunch of bands, and we did a little bit of research who's opening in the...
Big ups to Power Trip for this one, too.
Yeah, Sheer Mag.
Sheer Mag is an interesting band.
They are a fucking punk, blues,
soul,
heavy metal band.
Picture that. And they got a fat chick. I'm fat, I could say it. So fuck you all. They got an overweight chick who fucking rules the shit and kicks everybody's ass. So fucking, she rocks.
Super interesting. A bunch of love songs, but it's like so fucked up and distorted, and there's a beauty to it. It almost brings a tear to my eye to listen to that Sheer Mag.
And that's what I'm imagining is going to happen in the show. You're going to be like, this is just fucking coming from a place of such honesty and like never heard before that you're like, fuck.
I listened to it on the way home from work, which is something I hate. And it like totally chilled me the fuck out, dude.
Yeah, they have an awesome logo.
Yeah,
I like the little guitar work that's in there too. It's weird. It's
on
like,
the record.
Yeah,
dude, it's all over the place.
It's weird.
Yeah,
and it's there's nothing like menacing about it, but it's just there is something menacing.
It's
about
like
it.
In your face.
Yeah, but it's
loud.
not like
no.
Like we're used to in death metal.
It's like dancing and like...
Right. Yeah, I'm betting they're going to tear the place the fuck apart.
Totally. Dude,
I'm betting there's going to be a whole group of kids there just to see them.
Oh, I bet, dude.
That'll be interesting.
But I think of all types of bands. I think of fucking James Taylor. I think of Hollow Notes. Like all these fucking bands mixed with like punk rock and heavy metal. I'm just like, what the fuck?
They don't sound anything like Andrew WK, but it's definitely done in that Andrew WK, I love this shit vibe.
Yeah.
You know,
and the fact that Power Trip said that this is one of his lead singer. I shouldn't say Power Trip. The lead singer says it's one of his favorite records of the year. And I finally went and listened to it. I'm like, this isn't even a fucking metal record.
Right.
It's
and that makes
crazy.
me like Power Trip that much more because, like, we're always trying to say here, we listen to all fucking kinds of music.
Yeah, totally.
You know, we love metal, and that's why we're talking about it. But, you know, that's not by any means the only thing we listen to. And
I think it's our biggest love, though.
Our biggest love, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. But, I mean...
It makes you want to get out of bed in the morning.
Yeah. I'll give you that. Yeah. But, you know, if a Hollow Note song comes on at the right time, you're fucking ass is in heaven.
Kick us some Hollow Notes,
fuck, your Kiss is on my list. What's the best one, though? Private Eyes. Private Eyes.
Man-Eater, that's the big one.
Man-Eater's a good one, too, dude. Do yourself a favor, pick up a Greatest Hollow Notes fucking hit record, and you will fucking...
Oh, you'll know every song on that
front to back, and you'll fucking love it.
Craze.
Yeah.
Craze.
What's another one? Really quick. Another one I heard the other day was Summer Breeze.
Oh, yeah.
And then it reminded me of the Typo Negative cover.
I see when you see Summer Breeze, I know it's a cover song. I think of Typo Negative.
Yeah. Nikki's she's like, that's my favorite song of all time by them.
Dude. How could you make a summer song so haunting? It's fucking beautiful, dude.
Yeah, that move. Yeah, I have a whole new appreciation for Typo Negative lately. I've been going through a goth kick. If you're now into Sisters of Mercy, check those fuckers out too. Bauhaus is always good. The band that's opening for were you about to talk about that? The band that's opening for Mammoth Grinder and Necrot.
We can talk about it right now.
Yeah.
There's a band called Violation Wound who's opening up for Mammoth Grinder and Necrot.
Right.
And they totally have this like stripped down
Cramps meet, like you said, meet Bauhaus meet fucking I don't know what.
And there's nothing about it that makes you say this is not a punk band, even though it doesn't sound like punk at all.
Which is a cool place to be because you know that's what punk rock is.
I was talking about this earlier. The Repo Man, the movie. There's a scene where Circle Jerks are singing Coup d'etat
and they're all playing it acoustically.
That's what these guys sound like. It's like acoustic punk rock, but it's not stupid fucking hot water music bullshit.
And if you're out there right now going, what's Repo Man?
Come on,
Do
you guys know
yourself
Repo Man.
goddamn favor.
Yeah.
And go out and get Repo Man. Not the new one either. Not Repo Men. Repo Man.
With Emilio Estevez.
Yeah, and you'll know why fucking LA Punk is what it is.
Oh, yeah. That whole soundtrack's the shit, too. I still listen to that soundtrack to this day.
Fuck yeah.
Pablo Picasso was never called an asshole.
Hey, Wiener Boy. Yeah. What else you had? Life Ends? What's that?
Oh, let's just give a shout out to Life Ends. He's the dude that works at Cafe Colonial, and he also does YouTube
Right.
reviews.
Okay. I like the stuff you do, dude.
Yeah,
I saw he sent me the stuff to your channel. I like it.
He's always got cats all over the place.
Yeah.
So
If you ever see us at a show, please feel free to come up and talk to our fucking ears off. We love talking. So
he's gonna be in the Exhumed show. We're gonna see him.
Hell yeah.
The Exhumed show.
we're gonna pin you to the wall and not let you go. We're gonna talk your ears off.
Oh shit. But yeah, you ordered a print from an artist.
Oh yeah.
Florian Beltmer. Is that right?
Bertmer, something. Yeah, I just like the name Florian, and they said in his bio, and I know I'm a marketing guy, so I understand what it's not fucking all 100% true, but they said Aleister Crowley, and I see a lot of stuff like little things encoded in his artwork. If you're wondering what kind of art he does, you might want to look at not the newest 16 album, the I can't think of the name of it. It's fucking amazing.
Lifespan of a Moth.
Lifespan of a Moth. Go to the one before that, and that's Florian Bertmer. The only reason I picked up a print was because Relapse was having a sale. Check it out if you don't know about it. But they were having a sale on prints, particularly, and I've always really loved that album cover and that style. It's Art Nouveau, but done with visuals from today. You know what I mean? If you know about Art Nouveau, it's usually women and stuff like that, but it's seen a resurgence here on a lot of metal album covers. The Sword uses it a lot. The guy from Baroness uses it all over the place. He's done Skeleton Witch covers. That's all drawn from Art Nouveau, and Florian Bertmer, I think, does a better job than the person I just mentioned. So I won't say, I don't want to talk shit, but yeah.
No, totally. It looks dope, dude.
Yeah.
Show me the print that you ordered.
And the fact that he comes from another country, and yeah, there's just a lot going there. And another thing was that I really found interesting was I went to his site. This is what really got me hooked. I went to his site and saw that he was doing what was it? Rick and Morty fan art and selling it left and right.
I bet.
Yeah, I was like, maybe I'll do that. But yeah,
You could. I mean, yeah.
I see. What do you have? Electric? Oh yeah. Okay.
No, man. There's just like we've been talking back and forth about some of the online television that's going on. Like I just
online
finished
television. If you don't know, right now we're in the midst of probably like the best television that's ever been around.
Oh, dude, fucking Netflix, Hulu, Amazon, shit's fucking ridiculous.
Right. I mean, yeah.
Why even go to the movies?
Right. That's basically what's happening. Is movies are being replaced by TV. Because I mean, yeah, you can do a lot more with a lot less money. So it only goes to stand that more people are going to be bringing their visions, and these visions, and the smaller and the less people you're able to have in these visions, the more narrow they are. You know what I mean? Like you don't have a bunch of people trying to fucking Hollywoodify it. You know, they do the real shit in these movies, in these shows. I mean, sorry.
I'm about to start Altered Carbon. I'm real excited about that, but I just finished Electric Dreams, which is Philip K. Dick's short stories.
I need to start watching that.
And it's dope because they're all kind of like Black Mirror. Every episode is a completely different story.
Like you're in that world, but it's a different story within that world kind of deal.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, they're saying the anthology series.
Those are the shit, dude. Fucking, I love. It's like there's 10 episodes and it's like 10 movies.
Right. Well, to me, I mean, I do like getting into a show and being like, oh, I gotta see what happens next, but that always wears off on me at least.
Yeah.
Like, after a while, I'm like, I don't give a fuck. You flip-flop 10 times. You know what I mean?
Like, of all the shows that, I don't know, I can go back and watch Breaking Bad. 6 seasons or 5 or 6, I can't remember. I could watch all those once a year.
6 Feet Under.
6 Feet Under is the shit.
6 Feet Under, though, that's like a special kind of like heart wrenching that you gotta be like ready for. That show's brutal sometimes.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
good shit.
What's his name?
But,
Ball.
What's that?
The Ball guy. What's his? The guy.
Alan Ball.
Alan Ball. Yeah.
The director.
Yeah.
He did a movie too that was dope. I can't think of the name of it, but you just watched Cloverfield Paradox. You said it was amazing.
Holy shit! The Cloverfield Paradox was amazing. It's it kind of, I don't know if any of you are, maybe some of you are a little more. There's a conspiracy theory thing out there that says that people are like, because they are doing it. They keep upping the power on the CERN observatory, the Super Hadron Collider out in Switzerland, and by doing so, they keep having physicists and stuff like that saying, okay, you're making tears in the space-time continuum, and as you make these tears, we don't know what's going to happen. Anyways, that's basically where the Cloverfield paradox starts from. They're up there for some reason. Everybody's about to go to war because energy is the energy to run the planet just isn't there anymore. They don't explain why. They just explain that Germany and Russia are about to go to war, and that there's people from each country up in the space station, and what they're trying to do is beam a laser back to Earth, and this laser somehow is gonna. I imagine they have something down there where they're collecting it, and then, you know, putting the energy everywhere, so to speak. So they're up there trying to basically get this laser to launch steadily, and they can't get it to happen, and all of a sudden it does happen, and I don't want to ruin it for you, but the scientists were kind of right. And then the chaos ensues. It's part if you're into 10 Cloverfield Lane, or you're into the first Cloverfield, you're really gonna love it. And if you're into the Philadelphia Experiment, which is an 80s movie about another conspiracy theory event that supposedly happened in the 50s, where they again tried to mess with the time-space continuum, and people ended up in the embedded in the ship and in other places that they couldn't anticipate. So that's Cloverfield Paradox. You should see it, especially if you're into J.J. Abrams or either one of those first two movies, because it doesn't answer all your questions. It tells you where some of that's coming from, but it doesn't answer everything, which I love. That's what I liked about the first Cloverfield. The fact that it's just, let's watch a monster go around and rip the world apart.
Yeah.
I love that.
I love 10 Cloverfield Lane.
Yeah, that's amazing too. You don't know what's going on, and then they break out.
Right, and
he was, I won't tell you, but
yeah. Spoiler alert. No.
Yeah.
But it almost felt, I love prison films. I don't know what it is, but it felt like a prison film because they're trapped underground.
Right. No, definitely. A prison film, what do you call those films where they're keeping somebody, like a kidnapping film, yeah,
And John Goodman's always good.
John Goodman's amazing.
Yeah.
John Goodman's my hero.
Is he the no, he's not the dude. Who is he?
No, he's even better than the dude. He's the, I forget, I don't even think they say his name in the, okay. Oh, it's I don't know what it is, but you're out of your fucking element, Donnie. Shut up. That's my favorite.
Nice.
Yeah. I was going to be him once for Halloween.
Hell yeah.
I think I still might do that.
Yeah, I'm going to watch that. I'm working on Altered Carbon. And
yeah, there's a lot.
Paradox.
There's a lot out there. You're doing Altered Carbon. I've done Wormwood. I'm working on Big Mouth.
Yeah. If
If you want to watch something off the fucking chain, watch Big Mouth. I mean, go places Family Guy could dream of.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, they take it to the grimiest of the grime. Yeah, there's shit on there that's just off the fucking hook.
So little time though, man. You gotta,
Yeah,
pick and choose. They get me when they drop sci-fi, dude.
Pretty soon you're gonna start putting your TV shows on double speed.
I know, right? It's two times as fast.
Yeah.
Rip through them. Shit.
I am a cyborg. I know everything.
What's up, little girl? My daughter's in here making fucking goofy faces at me.
She's like, Dad, let's get home and eat some of that pizza, son. Big ups to Christina, too. Gotta say hi to your...
Yeah, thanks for ordering pizza,
Yeah.
babe.
Thanks for loaning me him for an hour a week.
For real.
For real, though. Seriously.
Yeah, I got a couple new LPs this week.
Yeah. Yeah, that Wake album's beautiful.
Yeah. I was going to show it to the YouTubers. I don't even think you've seen it in person.
I've only seen the cover.
But yeah,
Awesome, amazing artwork.
The cool thing is this album doesn't come out for another couple weeks, and they send it to me early, which is amazing. But it's Wake, Misery Rights, and they have a new album coming out on Translation Loss.
Good job on the artwork, guys. Oh my god.
But look at that shit.
Damn.
It's bone white with black smear.
That's badass. Looks like something you'd want to smoke.
It does look like something you want to smoke. Let's smoke it, bro.
Yeah, let's try. This sucks. That's
it's really good grind record.
Yeah,
A lot of
I need to listen to that.
surprising things that happen in their song.
Good. I just love the whole what do you call it? I'm forgetting the movie right now. Everybody knows what I'm talking about out there. The Guillermo del Toro movie where the guy has the hands.
Oh,
Pan's
Labyrinth.
Yeah. Shape of Water is good too if you haven't seen it.
Oh, I need to see Shape of Water, bro.
Yeah.
Fuck.
It's the chick fucks the Swamp Thing movie, but it's not. It's
I
really
like that.
good.
That one movie with Adrian Brody and the alien. They make the alien, and he falls in love with the alien. Have you
I'll
seen
have
this?
to watch that.
Splice. I think it's Splice.
Have you seen the Scarlett Johansson alien movie?
What's it called? Maybe
I don't. That's supposed to be just as insane. It sounds like.
the one where she goes around fucking everybody. Yeah, I've seen that.
I haven't seen that.
This
That's
is
by
good.
my guy,
Interesting.
Jonathan Glazer.
Fucking
Sexy Beast. If you haven't seen Sexy Beast,
hell yeah, that's a good movie too.
Ben
The-
Kingsley at his best.
The other LP I got is the new Genocide Pact,
Fuck yeah!
and the album's called Order of Torment.
Again, great artwork.
Yeah.
They put time and effort into this bitch.
The guy who did this,
Did the Mammoth Grinder run, right?
No.
Really?
This is the artist who does all the fucking Motorhead records. That's whose name is escaping me right now.
That's
So-
badass.
But the thing I like about Genocide Pact, we both have heard tracks off those.
Yeah.
But there's something sloppy about it that I like. Like the time signature's off, or they extend the notes too long, or
Right.
there's something off about it that makes me come back and listen to this record over and over. Besides that, it's pretty...
It doesn't sound
pretty
like
basic.
Mammoth Grinder, but it definitely makes sense that they dropped it like within days of the Mammoth Grinder.
Yeah. And didn't they have a record release show together or something?
Yeah, that's what it was. I just
Like
remember
New
like
York?
seeing both of those like bam, bam.
But yeah, the smear on this motherfucker, it's orange and blue.
Oh shit. That's fucking beautiful, bro.
Looks like something from outer space.
As records should. Remember. That is amazing.
Yeah, I'm super impressed. Or sorry, not impressed. Well, I am impressed, but happy that I got it.
yeah.
I'm surprised that I got one. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, and it's cool because it totally matches the. They don't
The
always
artwork.
do that. It matches the artwork on the cover, like
Yeah, the-
verbatim.
The orange and blue.
Fuck, that's crazy. You guys did it right on that
Oh
one.
yeah. Once again, Relapse bringing us fire.
Yeah, always. Relapse, man. I remember finding out about them, and all of a sudden it was like all these CDs started showing up, and they had these little hooks over the edge of them.
Oh, the little piece of
piece
paper.
of paper, and it would give you like description, like who else it sounded like. It was perfect.
This is the first time I've ever seen that too.
Right. And it was like right up our alley, and
Totally.
we took off like fire. So.
I remember when the internet was first starting. I used to come over to your parents' house, and you're like, "I'm trying to get on the internet and see what's new on Relapse." And then, like, do you remember this?
Yeah.
You had that downstairs bedroom by your parents' room with a computer.
Couldn't see shit, and it would take forever for things to load up.
I'm downloading a song. It's gonna be done in like 30 minutes.
Woo!
Yeah.
You're gonna be rocking. Yeah, it's crazy how
crazy.
spoiled we are now.
For real.
Yeah. Big up to Venom energy drink.
Oh, Venom energy drinks are the shit.
We just learned today why they aren't more popular, because other companies like to buy the space
Yeah.
and then not put these up. These are half the price of any other energy drink.
And they're like at Walmart, they're buried
yeah,
in like one little
right.
cooler thing on
88
one
cents
side.
a piece. That's half.
Fuck
Even
yeah.
even if Monster Energy is on sale at half price, these are still half the price of that. Do yourselves a favor.
Get some Venom energy drink. They got interesting flavors too, like strawberry apple. Who the fuck makes that shit?
Yeah. Yeah. Watermelon. Come on now.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. The one thing I do like are those grape Kickstarters, though. They don't have an answer to that yet.
Those are $1 too, right?
Yeah, those aren't bad, but they have no caffeine in them like these.
Right. So next weekend we're gonna go see Necrot.
Mammoth Grinder,
Mm-hmm.
Succumb,
Who are the shit too? We just listen to them.
Succumb, and then we're really excited to see that first band. 'cause we don't
Violation.
know it yet.
Violation Wound. It should be interesting.
That's such a weird name for a band too. You'd expect it to be like a porn grind band or something. Like
Well, they have their artwork's like my shirt I'm wearing, my fucking Capitalist Casualty shirt. That weird like
That
fucked
crust-
up crust punk stuff.
graffiti.
I guess they definitely could fall into that category. I mean,
Yeah.
fit in with that crowd.
On attitude, right?
Yeah,
On attitude,
Totally.
definitely.
yeah. It's a Eli's Mile High Club, which is a dope
I'm
ass
excited.
club.
Because that's where we saw Undergang, and
Hell yeah.
I was like, man, I would love to see every show here. And I mean, I love the Golden Bowl was awesome. It was small. The Opera House was cool, but I'm excited to be back at
Yeah.
Eli's, because that's what shit feels like in Europe, is at Eli's. If anybody knows about Eli's Mile High Club, the places I went to in Berlin, this was back in the 90s, but you go to places like that and they all felt like that, where you were in there and you felt comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't feel like you had to go anywhere else, and you just felt comfortable. You're around your people. There's graffiti everywhere. There's places for you to sit. There's
Right.
they're not trying to, and there's free water. It's just everything.
And they create a dope ass atmosphere.
Right.
They got death metal,
Punk.
just blaring, and then they'll have a projection screen playing fucking movies from the 90s.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, I mean, I even went. I don't drink alcohol because I smoke weed a lot. But I went in and ordered a soda, and they're like, "Oh, soda's free." I was like, "Really? Are you fucking kidding me?"
Cool shit.
Yeah, it's just little things, but
It's in an iffy neighborhood, but
yeah,
I felt fine once I was in there.
yeah. Especially since you can easily park your car within like 100 feet of the place. There's
Yeah.
a ton of parking. So.
Oakland's having some issues with
Yeah.
the homeless, and they don't even look poor. It's like something. It's like 2 cents to live there, and there's nowhere to go. It's fucked up, man.
It's happening. That's California in general.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gentrification, baby.
But yeah, they had The Good Son playing a projection,
Yeah.
and like Portal mixed with
Which-
like Pestilence on the radio.
Good Son is the watching the Good Son with a death metal album on is the equivalent to watching Pink Floyd with Wizard of Oz on.
Yeah,
It just
No,
matches.
It was dope. Yeah, Fucking Macaulay Culkin torturing Elijah Wood.
I forgot it was Elijah Wood. That's even better. I mean, I love him as Frodo, but still.
Interesting shit.
At that time, he was just another little faggot, little fucking punk. You're just like, I want to see this little motherfucker go away.
Yeah, he was everywhere for a minute.
Yeah.
I love him now, though. He does interesting shit now.
Yeah, he's badass. Like,
Yeah.
he did a really good amoeba thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I gotta check that out.
I mean, granted, he does all the artsy stuff, but I've seen him holding up Saxon records and shit like that, so I know he's
interesting.
He knows what's up. Yeah.
But yeah, all the bands we talked about today, I'm gonna throw up on a playlist for all the podcast listeners. So
yeah, that's awesome. I like that.
Yeah,
I'm glad
little
you're doing
mixtape.
that.
I can't do it on YouTube because YouTube will shut me down. But if you guys go over to the podcast,
We got
a
shit
ton of
for
tracks
days.
to listen to.
Yeah.
driving around listening to shit
Hopefully-
listens we talked about in this podcast.
Yeah, well, and hopefully you'll get a taste for what we like, and maybe if you know something that we haven't talked about yet, or you're like, when the fuck are these guys going to talk about this? Send it our way.
Yeah, dude. We're all about learning this shit.
Yeah, we don't claim to know everything by any means.
It's fucking not even possible to know everything. So
Yeah,
these people
yeah,
that act like they do know everything can
right.
fuck off.
Last I see you got the people we want to thank. Is that what I'm seeing at the end there?
Who?
Empathica Radio.
Oh yeah, Empathica Radio. They also have a podcast out on the East Coast and seem to be pretty cool dudes.
Yeah.
And
Cool stickers.
give a shout out to them. Give them a listen.
Right. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. I know. I've got my stickers on the way.
Yeah.
If you send them your email and your address.
Yeah, they'll
hit
send
up.
you free stickers.
So
Cool.
take advantage of it.
EmpathicaRadio@gmail.com.
Cool, man.
Thank you guys for watching.
Have a good one.
See you next time.
Thank you for watching. Bye. Thank you for watching. Bye.